Hello, hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for tuning in. You are now tapping into another episode or another On Our Radar interview. I have not done one of these in a really, really, really long time. So, yeah, my name is Erica Danielle, one of the digital editors here at Rare Radar. And tonight we'll be interviewing an artist by the name of Chris J. He's a local St. Louis artist. He just dropped an album called Risky Dreams. And I'm super excited to talk to him about his album, talk to him about his upbringing, how he got started in the music, all that good stuff. Hell, we got people joining already. We love to see it. Hello. And Chris is in the building too, so look, we will go ahead and get you on up here. Hello, hello, everybody. All right, Chris, I just requested you to join, so hold on, let me do it again. There we go. Let's see if this works. Hello, everyone. Come on in. Come on in. How is your Thursday going? Hello.
What's going on? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Doing
Good.
good.
Thank you. Good. Thank you for taking the time to chat with us for a little bit.
Of course. Gotcha.
Of course. Thank you. So,
Yeah.
why don't we start this off by introducing yourself for people who don't know who you are?
Well, I'm Chris J. Born and raised St. Louis. Been doing music for a while now. Took a long break. It seemed like probably at least like 2 years from just recording and writing and all that. But got it back going. Got this Risky Dreams album out, and I'm feeling good right now.
Yeah. And we're going to get all into that in this interview. We're going to get into all the things. So, first, let's take it back to the beginning. Let's start from the beginning. So, how did you get started in the music? What caused your interest in music? Things like that.
It's probably a bunch of different ways, but I probably just stumbled across it myself. I mean, I don't got like no musical people in my family. Like nobody really play instruments and nothing like that. Nobody like, everybody just listen to what they listen to. So, I grew up on pretty much everything. On my mama's side, I'm probably listening to a bunch of R&B or my uncles, we listening to Tupac or 8 Ball or something like that.
Yeah.
And then on my dad's side, it's probably like, I don't know, Linkin Park or something like that. So
Nah.
I didn't heard everything. So I mean, I
Yeah.
just like came across it, just stumbled upon it. But yeah, I've been doing it for a minute, so I just you know just came across it for real. That's all. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm always interested in people who do music, but like nobody in their family does it. Because I feel like a lot of times you hear
Yeah.
like, "Oh, my grandfather was a musician, my mom was
I
a
know.
singer or
Yeah.
whatever." But
Yeah.
like, there are some people who like their family, nobody in their family does music for. They're the only ones. So I'm always
At
interested
all.
in people like that.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
I know, I know. So
Yeah.
you just basically got like influenced by the music you listen to and things like that.
Yeah, just music I listen to. I really got influenced by like probably the Diplomats Dipset. That's who I like
Yeah,
really. That's like the first probably like CD that I got and like was like tapped into it like all the way. And then I was Joel Santana at one point. I was Cameron at one point. I think I went to
yeah,
school for like Dress Down Day as one of them or something like that, or Celebrity Day, something like that. So yeah,
yeah.
that pretty much started everything for me. That's when I started writing after hearing them. So yeah,
Really? What's your
yeah,
favorite? This is one of my questions. Now I'm just curious. What is your
yeah.
favorite song by Dipset?
Dang, that's a crazy one. I probably got a favorite song by each of them. Like Joel
Right.
Santana probably got dang, what's the name of that song? Who I Am by Joel Santana.
Okay.
Cameron probably Losing Weight Part One.
Okay.
Jim Jones. I can't think of no song, but I got like a favorite by all of them probably. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Right.
So, what would you say to somebody who wants to get into music, they have an interest in music, they want to get started, they want to make beats, they want to rap, they want to sing, whatever the case is, but they don't know necessarily where to start? Like, what advice would you give to somebody who's in that situation?
Um, I think the best advice I can give probably is to just start. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I've been told. So, that's the easiest thing to do. I started off doing beats and then realized I was better at, writing. So I put more focus into that. So it's like really just starting to see which part of it that you like, which part that you're good at, and just finding yourself in it. That's all. Just
Yeah.
start.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been told that too. I feel like that goes across many industries. Just
Yeah.
start.
Yeah.
Just go
Just see
for it.
what happens, You
Yeah.
might find, who knows.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. So I read in your bio that in 2015 you had moved to Chicago because you thought it would be a good move for your career, and
Hmm.
it turned out not as you had planned.
Yeah.
So talk about that experience. Talk about the adversities you faced and like some of the lessons you've learned from that.
Well, I mean, the biggest lesson I learned was just it was probably just being able to be on my own for the first time, like out my mama crib,
Yeah,
out here just trying to, like make something happen. So I had a 9 to 5 job, and it was really terrible. So I'm literally like waking up at 5 or 4 in the morning just to get to work and get there by 7 because of where I stayed at, and I don't know anything about the area, so I only know one
yeah,
way. Car broke down, got to take trains, got to learn trains and stuff like this. So it's like, it took me a minute to even like get going. So I'm
yeah,
thinking I'm going down there for music, and turned out I spent all my time figuring all this other stuff out that ain't have anything to do with it. So it's like, I don't know. You just gotta like, for me, I just learned that it was a good thing for me because, like I said, I got out the environment I was used to. So now, if I'm looking at it now, like, when I get in new environments and stuff like that, I can, relate back to that and be like, I done been uncomfortable before, so I figured it out. But I moved back, got the music back going, and then got a real team behind me, and then we just started like doing everything I was supposed to be doing out there, but did it back here again, to circle
yeah.
back. Yeah.
So what caused you to? I know I read in your bio that you moved to Chicago for your career. So like, what caused you to
Hmm.
want to move to Chicago
My
for your
my
music?
my bad, not the coach, but my dad, he from Chicago, so I always been
Okay.
in Chicago. Like growing up, like we just was there. So I just love Chicago. Even now, I would still move back. You know what I'm saying? So uh, that was really it. And then around that time, I think like Chance the Rapper and then was coming up, Big Mensahs and the Chief Keefs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they had like a really really good scene going on. I'm like, I could just slide in, hop in some studios, maybe see some of these people, but I end up not doing half of that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, I
it's
mean, I
life.
guess I. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, not didn't mean to
no,
cut
you
you off.
good. No,
But
you
I
good.
guess it serves as like you said, good lessons for like when
Hmm.
you move. Like if you choose to move somewhere else in the future, like
Yeah,
what it's like moving to a new city or like a city you're not
yeah,
from necessarily. You know how to like move and like the expectations you have. Because I feel like some people move to a new city and they're like, yes, I'm gonna take it over,
yeah.
blah 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 blah. And I mean, you can, but all that stuff
Facts.
takes time.
Take a lot
So
of time. Yep,
yeah,
a lot of time and patience for sure.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. So, who are
Mhm.
some of your dream collaborations? Like, if you could collaborate with anybody, who would it be?
Mm. It's so many at this point. I mean, of course, like the obvious, like the Drakes and stuff like that, and the Coles. Um, who else? I really, I really was a fan of Dolph. I wouldn't mind having to had done a record with him,
Yeah,
but yeah, I think I'm pretty open to anybody. As long as the moment and the music is like connected. Like long as it makes sense, then I'm cool with whoever really. But that's probably like some of the top ones for me. If we
yeah,
talking about like older people, then like probably like some Pimp C's or Camerons and Jewels and stuff like stuff like that. But
yeah,
that was then, so
yeah. Okay,
yeah,
all right, cool. So,
yeah.
congratulations on your album that came
Hmm.
out, Risky Dreams. Congratulations on that. So,
Hmm.
tell us about the inspiration behind the name. I really was intrigued by the name of the album. What's the meaning behind the name?
It was really just you know like reflecting on the past 2.5 years of just not putting out music, just going through just emotions of life, and then falling back on dreams, like trying to pursue something that just don't seem like it's gonna work because just lifing. You know what I'm saying? So it was really just a mix of a bunch of different emotions. So I'm like, I'm just taking all these type of risks to support a family, support me, support a dream, some stuff more important than this at the time, but I'm still like risking
Yeah.
these things in order to like, you know, still focus on the mission that was always number one for me. So
Yeah.
it turned out to be risky dreams, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
True.
Hmm.
So, what is your favorite song on the album, or maybe like what was the song that means most, or what was one that was the most difficult to write? Like,
That's a good question.
what are some of the songs that stand out to you on this album?
Mm. I think the most difficult one to write was the Dream Big because it was kind of like two records in one.
Okay.
So it was going one way, and then I was like, we gotta, you know, we can like add to this, and then like the engineer that I was working with, Mike up at Suburban Pro, he was like, I can just do something to the beat, and we can just like extend this, and then you know he did that, and then I like did like a whole nother like verse at the end, like the third verse was like super long, and it just was like I don't know, it was just like spilling out at the time, so it really wasn't hard, but it was like I don't know, it was kind of like a spur of the moment type thing. And then like one of my favorite records is the intro because it's like a summary of everything, getting you started for what the rest of the songs is gonna be. The song's kind of more like individual about certain situations, but that was like the summary of everything and like getting you ready for everything else. But Dream Big probably my favorite. The intro, and then I love New Age Anthem because it was just a fun one to do. It was like a celebration record, you know.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice, for sure.
yeah,
So you got a lot of positive feedback and a lot of support from people regarding this album. So what does it mean to have
yeah.
support from the fans, especially people from the city?
It always feel good, you know. St. Louis always get like negative, you know, stigmas, whether it's true or not, you know, however way you look at it. But I don't know, it feel good. I got like a lot of people who really like tapped in, who really like love what I'm doing, who love me. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it just feel good all the way around. So I'm happy. I'm just ready for you know to tap in with some new people and hopefully get the same response. But I'm good where I'm at right now. Yeah,
Nice, nice.
yeah.
So what can people expect from you next? I know you just dropped this album, but what
Hmm.
can people expect in the future?
Um, you know, particularly with this album, just more content, more videos and stuff like that. Just telling the story a little bit more, and then as far as the future, you know, who knows? I mean, I'm definitely recording again, so new music for sure. You know, performances. I don't know everything, like everything that pertains to music. I'm pretty much trying to like take it over in a sense, you know, as best as I can, and just be consistent. One thing that I lacked on, like in my past, with putting out music is just not being like consistent. So I'm just trying to be real consistent this time and just not let up. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
consistency is key for
yeah,
sure,
yeah,
for sure.
for sure.
So, last question: who have been some of
Hmm.
your biggest mentors? Who has been somebody you can lean on or call on whenever you need advice or things
Mm.
like that? As far as music, like who have been some of your biggest mentors in this process?
Man, like my whole circle really like everybody like manager CJ Paisley
That's
for
okay.
sure. That's my brother. Um, Pal Peasy, man, that's another story, but that's like the big homie. Kev, he came at the right time, got me back started doing the music. Like you know, like, hey, you gotta get up, you gotta get back to work. Can't waste no more time. So he got me really back started, and just family, my two kids, my girl is just all of it. Like we just really tight knit, you know what I'm saying? And we just trying to make something happen out of this somehow, some way.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice, nice.
yeah,
That's amazing. Well,
yeah.
thank you so much for taking the time chat with us again. Go ahead and plug yourself. Where can people follow you? Where can
Hmm.
people tap into your music? Things like that.
Well, you follow me at on all social media at Chris.J. I probably said that wrong. Chris J. So it's like Chris J.A.Y. My bad. On all social media. And then what's that? Chris J on all the platforms as far as Apple Music, Spotify, and all that. I got the link in all my bios to all the music, to anything that you need. And yeah, just tap in with me. Dream Big is out Risky Dreams is out. I got a couple singles out, Back for Good, that we dropped earlier this year. So yeah, just tap in with me.
Yes, y'all heard him.
Yeah,
Tap in with
yeah.
him. Definitely go stream that album for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, thank you so much again for joining us. And y'all, this has never
Got it.
been another On a Radar interview. Peace out, y'all.
All right now.
Bye.
All right. Thank you.